Hey guys, welcome to yet another episode of Hashtag The Catalyst. I am Maria, and I'm chilling with the main man, Chaxi.
What up?
Those are too many.
But
anyway, okay. Let's hear it.
No, it's okay.
No. Let's hear it. Because you're always calling me a hater on social media. Please, let's listen to this.
The joke is my laughter. I was just laughing at myself. That's the joke.
You see?
Can we laugh now? Okay.
Well, it's been a crazy week for the entertainment scene. And first of all, we'll start with very sad news. We've lost a veteran in the music industry.
Yes.
Legend. Amazing in his own space. The late Chris Kantai, a.k.a. Chris to the Cantata.
Yeah, and I always said Kantai was ahead of his time. I feel like when his raps are more relevant now than back in the day.
True.
He looked like he was ahead of his time. Yeah, and then just keep the same energy, man. If you never posted about his music, if you never posted about Kantai back in the days, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Back in the day, there's no Twitter, there's no Instagram.
No, but I'm like,
there's no WhatsApp
Kantai was alive last year.
Kantai
was alive last year. The stories about his struggle, alcoholism were out here.
True.
If you never reached out and you had access to him, and now you want to come out and post long threads, bro.
We had plans.
Keep the same energy, man. Keep those plans.
Yeah. But no, there's one thing we haven't mentioned actually. We actually have to pay homage to Kantai because he's one of the people who put so many artists like on the scene. STL, Jamani. Crazy fact, I feel like he gave Calligraph Jones his flow. I feel like Calligraph is
I disagree.
No, Calligraph is a hardcore Kantai.
I disagree.
I said it.
I disagree.
Kantai is the OG. Calligraph.
Kantai is the OG, but Calligraph's style and flow.
That's why I said no.
I disagree.
Calligraph's flow is Kantai's, but a hardcore version.
I disagree.
I
still disagree.
Anyway, at the end of it all, he did tremendous work for the industry. Can't steal that from him, but it's so sad that everything has happened and what he was battling, and all you can see is rest in peace. Definitely sending condolences to the family and friends and all the guys who knew him personally, and yeah.
For sure.
But okay, that's what I had to say. So Chaxi, what's really popping on the scene?
So what's popping is Sauti Sol have a record label finally.
Yeah, after all
and
years.
Wait, Sauti Sol, congratulations to Bien and Chiki. He finally proposed. And what? Man? I said I championed Black Love. Congratulations to them. So he finally proposed. And except the notable thing is the ring was facing Bien instead of facing Chiki. And everyone was talking about that. That was
Chiki, red flag. Yo, can I get a red bandana? That's a red flag.
Oh my God.
That's a red flag.
Wait, don't listen to Mariah. This is the most negative person I know in my life.
Yo, don't say that.
But anyway, so back to the label. So they have a label called Sol Generations. And there's been a lot of talk about, I remember there's a time Jalango said Sauti Sol and Yashinsky are hypocrites because they're not putting anyone on.
Yeah.
They have this massive platform and they don't seem to champion Kenyan music on those platforms. Then when there's the talk of the Play KE, everyone was complaining, why is Sauti Sol not talking about this? Or is it because their songs get a lot of airplay? So they have a label now. They've signed one Bensoul. Shout out to Bensoul. He's one of the most amazing songwriters I know for sure. And then his song called Lucy, which is the first song, is out now. The video directed by Chimano. The audio produced by Mutoria. And the video shot by KG Brian.
Okay.
Shout out to that. But now, my thing, I'm just going to say this about the label. I feel like there was a lot of pressure on Sauti Sol to do something. And do you think when you become successful in maybe in showbiz generally, you could be a comedian, whatever field of showbiz, right? Must you create a platform for the upcoming guys in that platform?
I wouldn't say it's a must. I feel it's only right. When we live in a generation where people are very selfish and people are very entitled, you feel because I gave guys 1 or 2 songs, so even if I release a third song that's trash, it deserves to be played and whatever. Anyway, that aside, Sauti Sol, good work, because if Bensoul was to take his music career further, and he gets to a point like where Sauti Sol are, at least he can look back and say, let's say at this time maybe Sauti Sol have bowed down, not doing music anymore.
Yeah.
Bensoul can be one of the artists that can say Sauti Sol did something
for my life.
You know.
Yeah. And I feel I think this might be unpopular, but I think when I'm looking at art, I wanna put a lot of emphasis on the art itself. Not everyone has the capability of starting a record label, regardless of how successful the musicians are.
True.
If the music really did its thing, I don't think we need to put a lot of pressure on a musician, or now you have to put someone on a manini. Not someone on. Sorry, take that back. I don't think we need to put a lot of pressure that musicians need to put platforms that bring people up. Not even musicians. For example, if I just went away from Sauti Sol, if I used an example of someone like Churchill. Churchill is a successful comedian because of Churchill Show.
True.
I feel like if Churchill Show didn't exist, I don't find him funny anymore. You dig? But now he was able to start that platform. But I don't expect Eric Omondi to start another comedy show. He doesn't have to, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Like sometimes the art can live for itself.
He doesn't have to, but I feel like it's only right. I feel if, for example, let me use us as an example. If this podcast was to really like super blow, and you have if someone reaches out and says, you know what, I'd really love to start my own thing, you don't necessarily have to have the platform. Just being a mentor, as long as you have a protege who can stand at one particular time and say, I'm here because this person did this for me. That's all that counts.
But I feel like that's obvious. Within your circles, within the people who have reached to you, there's that the effect that trickles down. Of course, advice is different from a platform. You know, because of a platform is Sauti Sol. If Sauti Sol didn't start a label, but they have a successful music career, by the time they call it quits, would you say they were less successful just because they didn't start a label or an agency?
Honestly, for me, I feel like that's a fail. If you've done so much in the industry and you have nothing to show that, as much as I was doing it, I picked 5-6 people.
Is Nameless a fail?
Yes, epic. Okay. Epic, because after you die, there's nobody who will stand and say, Maze, I can continue the legacy, or he did this for me, or he did.
So let me ask. So what about Tupac?
You see, Tupac was killed even before he could do his thing. Actually, what we just said, the late Kantai. Kantai hasn't done music in such a long while, but people can stand and say, he did this for me. STL, Jamani.
Yeah, but that is not a platform.
That's what I'm saying. As I said, screw a platform.
That's what I said. It's the pressure on Sauti Sol to put out a platform. Personally, I didn't think it was necessary. Like,
that's
it's up to you.
I don't feel like they needed to put up a platform. They just needed to get proteges. This whole
proteges is okay. Start a label. If you don't have, if you do not want to do it, or if you don't have the capacity, you don't have to do it. That's all I'm saying.
True.
So Sazingine is the pressure unnecessary, you know.
Exactly.
It's like Issa. You can't say Issa was a fail.
Yes, because he had K-Rapt, but K-Rapt was killed. He had Big Pin. Big Pin is still doing it.
What do you mean he had Big Pin? But I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Like, he helped put people on, and these people are still living in their career, like, quote unquote, living in their careers.
And so I think what I'm excited to see is how this label is gonna shape up and see what structure it's going to adapt, because I see so many things called labels in Kenya which are not labels for real, you know. But I see a lot of PR being dedicated to Bensoul. These guys are with him in all the interviews. They don't have to, but it's just a good gesture that they show up, you know.
True.
So I see a lot of machinery, which is the same machinery that helps to push Sauti Sol content directed towards Bensoul. So I'm excited to see who they're signing next and
one question,
how it's going to shape up. Yeah.
But you know, here's one thing we've not discussed. Bensoul has been in the scene for quite a hot minute.
Yeah.
My worry is Sauti Sol just trying to get people who they've created bonds with, or are they really, really planning to search for like even underground artists who have literally no way of putting their music out?
I feel like right now it's people who they are able to have
like
access
people they've made ties with and shown.
Because you see, Sauti Sol at the same time.
But
no, it's not BS.
No, for me that's BS.
I don't think it's BS. I don't think it's BS.
So I'm putting you on. I'm putting you on because we have ties.
There's a
Like,
difference, Mariah, different. The difference here is you've earned it. You've earned it. You know, you guys...
Yes!
You guys
because we
think-
have ties.
No, there's a difference.
Chaxi, you're trying to tell me if you went on to Sol right now and told them, listen, hey, Mate Bra, me, I can sing, I can do what? And Bensoul approaches them at the same time.
But the difference is...
Even if you had more talent than Bensoul, let's be honest. These
No,
guys will pick Bensoul
I
over
think
you.
you need to look at this as well from the business perspective of a label. I'm not going to Kureland, where I come from, to fish for people's Ginini. If they get to me, then I'm able to sign. They're not saying they can't sign someone who's not known. Difference is, are you able to get to their ears? Because these people are still active musicians. They're still recording their album, they're still touring, they're still doing everything.
True.
And this label, it's not like they've hired other people to come do it. They're doing it themselves, and that's how they want it to be.
Okay.
Like if they're not doing it, then they're not doing it. If they're not involved, they can hire. But the point is, at a way we go grassroots, are you doing anything to get heard?
True.
So even Bensoul, ndo agetizi ties, said he was born with Akina Bien. What do you mean? He's putting some work. He's putting some work.
I get
so
what
the point
you're
is,
saying.
at a
I
way,
get what you're
as a
saying.
musician, if you want to get signed to Sauti Sol, Universal, whatever, at least they have to hear you.
Okay.
No. The
I
same
agree with
way,
that one.
with the only way you can put someone on with whatever you're doing is if they get to you.
Okay, true.
They could DM you online, they could call you, they could search for a number, they could meet you and talk to you. And again,
True.
you don't go to Homa Bay now and put up
Ati Homa Bay.
a track on the road ukisema kama unajua kuimba kuja. A road show. Unaenda na road show. Unasema I'm recruiting. But anyway, I'm excited for the label.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I really want to see how this will play out.
And I love that they're involved.
Of course, they have to be
is
involved. Like, this is your baby. You have to be involved. But
Talking of babies, when are you getting married?
anyway, that was the catalyst.
Yeah.
Hashtag. You can reach us via social at Maria.
And about that guy, Chaxi.
Everywhere and everywhere. So,
Yes,
yes,
sir.
till next week.
Salute.
Bust down.